welcome to the First Impressions video, brought to you by MMO Play. We're taking a look at a free-to-play game called Warframe. This is a third-person co-op shooter that is currently in beta, and seems like it actually might be pretty fun. The graphics look really nice. This is the tutorial. I'm not going to look at this too long, it's just showing some of the basics. It actually doesn't show you all of the movement controls available in the game, but it does kind of give you some of the basics. You start with 3 types of weapons. You basically have a pistol-type weapon, a rifle of some sort, and then a melee weapon. And you can swap between them and then deal with fights that way. There's a little bit of extra movement. You can do some backflipping, you can do some ground sliding, maybe a ground stomp. You can like punch the ground and hit people in it. You do have a limited amount of ammunition, so keep that in mind during missions. And for the most part, it's just you level up your Warframe, which is this character. You actually are not a human. You are almost kind of a alien samurai type character with this Warframe, this suit. And the enemies are kind of human marines, so the humans are actually the bad guy in this game, which is a fun little twist. Not to mention the solar system you start in is the Mercury system as opposed to the Earth system, which that's kind of funny too, because you can tell it's not human-centric, since humans would obviously name it after Earth rather than Mercury. But let's skip the tutorial and get into the gameplay itself. You can choose through 3 different Warframes. I think I'm going to go with the Loki. And you can see, here's your character, and this is the screen. This is where you can kind of pick and choose missions. You can elect to go either solo or co-op. I would recommend co-op because solo doesn't seem to be scaled back at all. It seems to be just as hard for a solo mission as it does for a co-op mission. I'm not sure if maybe the monsters just have fewer hit points and less damage, but it does seem a lot harder to complete a mission solo than it does to complete them as a group. That and this is an MMO, it's usually half the fun is just kind of gripping with other people. There's a little bit of puzzle solving, there's a ton of combat, and it's basically third-person shooter hack and slash. There is a crafting system. You can grab blueprints and then use those blueprints to craft new items. Supposedly those are going to be the best items in the game. You can see here's my basic gear. I got my pistol, my rifle, my melee, I got a sword. Also looking at the store, you can buy different items with either in-game currency or platinum. I believe 75 platinum will run you about $5, so just keep that in mind. We're looking at how much platinum things are, but you can earn in-game credits too. So, and crafting, here's the rest of it. You get blueprints and then get items, and then you can craft new upgrades. This is supposedly the best items in the game, better than anything you can buy in the store too. And the components you find in the missions. So that is good. That means I'm not sure if the concept of pay to win actually matters in a co-op game, but it's good to know that the best items in the game are obtained through playing the game. That's kind of nice to know. So it seems like it might be a fair free-to-play model. Some games really, they border on whether or not it is fair. This one seems to be pretty powerful if you decide to purchase items, but since the best items in the game come from crafting, that means the best items in the game come from playing rather than buying. That is something that's a big plus for me. And you can see we're in the Mercury system, and we're going to start doing missions around Mercury. That actually kind of gives you the vibe that... Oh, I was looking a little bit like the sun was rolling around Mercury for a second, but it looks like Mercury is the only planet actually rotating right now. So this is the first mission. You can see you can unlock them as you go. Doesn't seem like you can do them out of order, but I think you can go back to them previously to help out friends that are wanting to do co-op. I'm going to attempt this solo. Well, the first mission looks like it's just an auto win. Oh, it's just for doing a mission I get a reward. So that's probably the part of the tutorial showing you how that works. Looks like I have to get towards there. I believe that one in red is the first boss. I would not recommend doing that solo. That is, when you get to him, you have to assassinate him. He is not easy. So definitely if you have been soloing before that, get in the group by that point. So we're going to go to the second mission and just look at the game itself. I'm going to attempt solo, but again, I'd recommend doing it co-op. This is kind of the name of the game anyway. This is an MMO, you're not playing these for single player. It does give me a bit of a vibe of maybe Global Agenda without the PvP. But the graphics, this is a really nice looking game for a free-to-play. Right? The engine looks nice, it feels like it plays well, and for the most part, the only complaint I've heard anyone saying is that the content seems repetitive, but keep in mind this game's currently in beta, so we can expect new content coming soon. First thing you gotta do is figure out where to go, because obviously that door isn't going to open. They're expecting someone here. The humans are resisting for some reason. We will take care of them. So I can only assume that this is kind of, not so much a puzzle as just figuring the way out. You can see a mini-map. The mini-map actually would have kind of showed me the way, but I wasn't actually watching it. I'm actually used to mini-maps being on the top left. You can come down here, look around, and we can, come on. There you go. So, if you like Borderlands, you like random chests full of stuff, there you go. And you can also break boxes, those green ones, you just come up and smack them with your sword or fist, whatever you got. The red bubbles are health. The ones that are red you cannot open. I don't know if they open later in the game or if it's just random generation, only certain ones are available when you come in. If it actually does have randomized loot, I would like that, because I am a fan of the action RPG genre, and action third-person shooter would be right up my boat. Alright, I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going. You see, there are hacking minigames, but you'll be able to interact with it. The screen would have been green, I could come up and pressed X, and if so, I could have just opened it. So you can see now I'm actually reading the map going, hey, there was something back this way. There we go. It also had lights behind it, too. And it sounds like I've been spotted yet. There are missions, apparently, that you can do just purely from stealth, or at least complement them with stealth. There's my sword. I'm actually going to kind of favor the sword a little bit, partially because it does really good damage, and partially just because it's kind of like the assassin feel. I started playing Borderlands, I started playing Zero first before I switched to Gage later, who is the Necromancer. Generally, I tend to play either assassin-style characters or mage-style characters. Well, there's not going to be a mage in this game, so I'm going to kind of play it as though I'm a rogue, almost. Didn't say I'm going to play it well, but I will attempt it. Not the right move if you're going to be solo, by the way. You take lots of damage when you are solo, and you take lots of damage when you are meleeing. That combination means you take far more damage than you need to. You can see there's a zooming mechanic. I got my rifle right here, and I can zoom in. I also have single pistol. Whoop! I've been spotted. There we go. You can see also you can run and shoot, so you can shoot behind you. So your character is very agile. You do have shields and health. Your shields regenerate fairly quick. Let me see if I can bless them up with that. If I got me one. So I have 100 shield, 100 health. My shields run out. I start taking health damage, and if I get to combat for a little bit, my shields will regenerate. You also have special powers that have a cooldown. I actually didn't end up utilizing those too much. So we're going to go ahead and start smacking them. There aren't too many melee options. I actually would like to see some kind of combos or melee skills in the future. This game is still currently being developed in beta, so you can expect more content to be coming out before release. That's one thing I actually would like to see is a little bit more options for melee, make it feel a little more interesting. These are the humans, they are the ones that are the antagonists of this world. There is a story to the game, but it kind of develops slowly because you have a little bit of story and then you go do a mission, then missions can last anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. I actually spent a lot of time just exploring this area, just to look at it. The graphic style, it seems like most of Mercury system has a similar kind of palette and tile setup, but at least for now, I like the look of it. I'm hoping maybe there'll be a little variety in future systems. I'm also kind of a fan of the music too. Just put on the background. and the melee weapons just feel like they're heavy, hard hits. It's kind of nice. The shooting actually almost kind of feels a little bit underwhelming, but the melee, that's one of the reasons I actually use the sword more, just it feels a little harder. That and it does hit pretty hard if you can get melee. That and swapping between the three is fairly easy. I kind of almost wish it was a little bit faster, but it seems fairly straightforward to just swap between the three so you can shoot someone as you're coming up. Apparently you can also dual wield the pistols too eventually. For now I just have one of them. You can see right there, ooh, yeah, I did take some extra damage there. So now I'm at 18 hit points. I better let my shield regenerate, otherwise I'm going to be dead real quick. These missions, I believe you have 3 lives. I think that's what I remember. And if you get knocked out 3 times, then you fail the mission and have to start all over again. In co-op, other players can revive you, so you wouldn't lose any of your lives. And you cannot loot the red chest, sorry. Other than that, it's basically, you go through, complete the objectives in the mission, survive, and then go back and go on to do the next mission. And you get credits, you can upgrade your Warframe, get new items. You also kind of earn experience with the 3 different pieces, which I think improve your ability on them. You can see, like, my Loki, I'm getting that white bar right there. It'll go up as I use this weapon. If I swap weapons, it'll change too. I know it did. In the tutorial she mentioned that you can kind of progress the 3 different parts of your Warframe. Oop! Shooting the door. You do see you get extra damage for doing a headshot, so if you're good at aiming, keep that in mind. If you're bad at aiming, be like me and grab your sword. And actually, you don't have to use a sword. There's also, like, brass knuckles or fists or something. Or other weapons. I just like the sword. Then it seems like you also get bonus damage if you hit them in the head with the sword too. But a little easier to hit them in the head with the sword. Gotta be careful because I am still at 68 hit points, and I'm walking through an empty area, just kind of a shooting range, just getting shot to pieces. There was actually one more aspect I did want to show. Alright, here we go. This has got the kind of hacking minigame. You come up to these consoles, and you just kind of turn these things around until all of the lines connect. So do that, and put that there, and rotate that that way, and there we go. Let's solve a puzzle, which will open a door, and let me continue the mission. Apparently in co-op, what you can do is you can just kind of do a Portal 2 thing, where you just kind of, the players will stand at switches, if they stand them at the same time, then they'll open a door. So that's a little mini-game available in the game. It's part of the puzzle solving. It's a fairly small portion of the game, but it's there. It's something else to work on. Pick the game, check it out. It's currently in beta called Warframe. If you like the content, stay tuned for more videos for MMO Play, and thanks for watching.